Good Monday morning, the last Monday in January. We're thawing out a little bit this week. It's going to be a balmy 32 degrees today, everybody. So the month of January is done. It seems like it's gone slow and fast. I guess that's what happens when there's the impending doom of an authoritarian regime run by idiots taking over the country. So we're going to do what we do best, and that is sell books, talk about books, share books, just love books, love reading. So for that, this week we have several events. On Tuesday night is our monthly Tarot Tuesday, which is a gathering of tarot enthusiasts and practitioners just to have tea, to relax, to talk amongst each other, maybe do a few readings amongst the group. It is not a class and it's not readings, it's a gathering. On Wednesday, we have our horror book club. It was supposed to meet last week. It's meeting this week instead, so you still have a chance to come join if you missed last week or weren't able to make the last week. And then also, that's Wednesday night. Also on Wednesday night, we are going to be at the Warwick Education Foundation's Resiliency Night, which is a community night for parents, for children, for faculty, and just for the community. And this year, they have the authors of When You Wonder, You're Learning coming to speak. We will be there selling these books. We do have them in store at stock at the store right now, as well as other Fred Rogers neighborhood related books. So we'll be there Wednesday night. It's at Warwick Middle School. That's it for store events this week. It's kind of a light week for us. For new books coming out, it's a slow week. That kind of happens this time of year. But I did want to highlight two books that I think are important, especially in our current doom. Reading from reliable sources is very important, especially getting background information. So the two books I'm highlighting this week that are new releases are both nonfiction books. One is One Nation Under Guns, and it talks about the history of gun culture in the United States. It's in paperback this week. And the other is Being Jewish After the Destruction of Gaza. So obviously this is a very current book about living in that region and what's happening in Gaza. So I highly recommend this. Haven't read it yet, but it is on my TBR pile. And then as far as other new books coming out, we have two that pertain to things coming here in the store. The first is A Lady Would Know Better. It is our March, I had to think about what month it is. It's our March Trope of the Month book, so that is now out and ready for you to pick up beginning tomorrow morning, Tuesday morning. And then lastly, on Monday last week, our newsletter people got the announcement of our 2025 Lidditz Kidlit Festival. We have 10 fabulous authors coming on March 8th to Linden Hall for an all-day festival, which includes book talks, workshops, book signings, chances to meet some authors for children and teachers and librarians. And coming out today is the paperback release of Max in the House of Spies by our keynote speaker, Adam Gidwitz. So, and then the sequel to this is coming out in a couple weeks. So this is one of our featured books for our Children's Kidlit Festival. And Adam Gidwitz will be our morning keynote speaker. So you can go to our website, aaronsbooks.com, to find out more about the other authors coming, and I'll talk about them in the coming Mondays, as well as we'll be featuring them on our social media and get the tickets. That's about it for this week. I'm coming to you from our newly revamped sci-fi, fantasy, and horror section. So when we did inventory, we divided out. That's the word, divided. Divided out our sci-fi, which now has its own section, and our fantasy, which has its own section now. I still have our horror case over here, and then we have further on, you can't see it on the camera, we have a case of featured fantasy and sci-fi series and hot new titles. So that's where you're going to find your Fourth Wings, your Sarah J. Maas's, and things like that. So I hope you all have a great week. I hope that you do thaw out a little bit. I hope that you will join us on Wednesday night at the middle school, and we will see you in the store.